Lifting and rigging safety toolbox talk. Lifting and rigging operations are inherently high-risk activities that require meticulous planning, execution, and oversight to ensure safety. These tasks involve the use of cranes, hoists, slings, and other equipment to lift and move heavy loads, often in complex or congested work environments. Understanding the associated hazards, implementing robust safety practices, and fostering a culture of vigilance are critical to preventing incidents, injuries, and property damage. Common hazards in lifting and rigging. Lifting and rigging operations present a wide range of hazards that can lead to severe injuries, fatalities, or equipment damage. Key hazards include dropped loads, failure of slings, wire ropes, chains, or other rigging components due to overloading, wear, or improper use, can result in loads falling, posing significant risks to workers and equipment below. Swinging or uncontrolled loads. Improper rigging or lack of control can cause loads to swing, leading to collisions with workers, structures, or other equipment. Crush and pinch point injuries. Workers can be caught between loads, equipment, or structures during lifting operations. Falls from heights. Rigging tasks often involve working at elevated positions, increasing the risk of falls if proper fall protection is not used. Electrocution. Contact with overhead power lines during crane operations is a leading cause of fatalities in lifting activities. Struck by incidents. Workers can be struck by moving loads, equipment, or falling objects. Manual handling injuries. Lifting or manipulating heavy rigging gear can lead to sprains, strains, or other musculoskeletal injuries. Environmental hazards. Slippery surfaces, uneven terrain, or poor weather conditions, e.g. high winds, rain, can exacerbate risks during lifting operations. Equipment failure. Malfunctioning cranes, hoists, or rigging hardware due to poor maintenance or improper use can lead to catastrophic incidents. Safe work practices for lifting and rigging. To mitigate these hazards, employers and workers must adhere to rigorous safety protocols and best practices. Below are key measures to ensure safe lifting and rigging operations. 1. Comprehensive training. All personnel involved in or near lifting operations must be trained on the specific work scope, equipment, hazards, and mitigation strategies. Training should cover proper rigging techniques, load calculations, equipment inspection, and emergency procedures. Only qualified and competent personnel should operate cranes or perform rigging tasks. 2. Develop a detailed lift plan. Create a written lift plan for every lift, detailing load weight, dimensions, and center of gravity. Rigging configuration, including sling types, angles, and capacities. Crane or hoist specifications and lifting capacity. Environmental considerations, e.g. wind speed, ground conditions. Communication protocols, including hand signals or radio use. Conduct a pre-lift briefing with all involved personnel to review the plan and assign roles. 3. Pre-lift inspections. Inspect all rigging equipment, slings, shackles, hooks, chains, etc. before each use to identify wear, damage, or defects. Verify that cranes and hoists are in good working condition with up-to-date maintenance and inspection records. Remove any damaged or defective equipment from service immediately and tag it as unusable until repaired or replaced. 4. Plan the travel path. Map out the load's travel path before lifting to avoid obstacles, personnel, or other equipment. Identify and clear potential lines of fire where workers or objects could be struck by a swinging or falling load. Establish exclusion zones to keep unauthorized personnel out of the lift area. 5. Use proper rigging techniques. Select rigging equipment rated for the load's weight and configuration, accounting for sling angles and load dynamics. Use taglines or push sticks to control load movement and maintain a safe distance from the load. Avoid side-loading or shock-loading rigging equipment as these can cause failure. 6. Maintain situational awareness. Never stand under a suspended load or allow others to do so. Monitor environmental conditions, such as wind or rain, which could affect load stability or equipment performance. Be aware of nearby power lines and maintain a minimum safe distance, typically 10 feet for lines up to 50 kV, with greater distances for higher voltages. 7. Proper storage and maintenance. Store rigging equipment in a clean, dry, and organized manner to prevent damage from moisture, corrosion, or physical impact. Regularly maintain and lubricate cranes, hoists, and other lifting equipment according to manufacturer guidelines. 8. Emergency preparedness. Have a clear emergency response plan in case of an incident, including procedures for rescuing trapped workers or addressing equipment failures. Ensure all workers know how to report hazards or incidents immediately. Regulatory and industry standards. Compliance with relevant standards is essential for safe lifting and rigging operations. OSHA regulations. Adhere to OSHA standards such as 29 CFR 1926.251, rigging equipment for material handling, and 29 CFR 1926.1400, cranes and derricks in construction. ASME standards. Follow ASME B30 series standards, including B30.5, mobile and locomotive cranes, B30.9, slings, and B30.20, below-the-hook lifting devices. Manufacturer guidelines. Always follow the manufacturer's specifications for cranes, rigging equipment, and lifting accessories. Summary lifting and rigging operations demand careful planning, thorough training, and strict adherence to safety protocols to prevent incidents. By identifying hazards, implementing safe work practices, and fostering a culture of safety, workers can significantly reduce the risks associated with these high-hazard tasks. Always remain vigilant and proactive in addressing potential hazards unique to each lift.